Hola, hola. Hola, amigos. ¿Cómo estás? Abdul, how are you? What's been popping, fam? What's been popping? Hope you slept well. Hope you had an amazing rest last night. David, what's good, David? How are you? What's popping? Yo, yo, yo. Yup, 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 yup. Chiwe, much respect, Shifu. Indeed, yeah, definitely, definitely. Shifu is the number one crypto futurist in the world. Anywhere out there, tell them that there is Shifu. If anybody ever tells you that someone can, you can't literally see what happens ahead of time, tell them they haven't met a guy called Shifu somewhere, somehow in the world. There's somebody called Shifu somewhere in the world. How I'm great. I'm great. I'm fantastic. Like I'm living my best life, mate. Hope you're good as well. Great, great, great. GM 1 year Uche GM. Bien, 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 bien. Merci, bien merci. GM Shifu, GM Solution Enterprises Zaman. Greetings to you. Greetings to you, guys. Let's share the stream. We're about to get started. Let's share the stream. Ode Solar Moses. Morning. Greetings to you, Marvel Marks. Greetings. Greetings, Marvel. Ims. MC Nursing. Good morning from GB. From the UK. Okay. Good morning. How are you? Hope you're good. How is your family today? Kufre Jimmy, good morning, Shifu, GM. Yes, just what he's saying right now. Share the link to your enemies, right? Don't just your friends. when you've got enemies and you're thinking that you want to confuse your enemies. So I think the best way to confuse your enemies is to share something to them that they are gonna watch and they won't understand anything that is being said now. So you want to do that to them. Share to your enemies as well. Ghost, how are you? Hope you're good. Hope you're doing great. So, Barry, greetings as well. Greetings. Barry Uck. Greetings, emoji. How are you? Blessings to you, sir, and your family. Share. Amazing. Let's do what our wall is doing, guys. Let's do what our wall is doing. Our wall is sharing. Let's share, guys. Let's share it. We're starting in a minute, in a second. We're gonna briefly talk about what's going on today. Just give me just 2 seconds to do something, and we are going to be good to go. Good to go. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I'm going to share the screen briefly. Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias. I was supposed to write something about how I'm going to do today's live stream. Funny enough, it seems I didn't do anything of such. So I think today we are going to freestyle. So we look at Bitcoin, we look at Ethereum. Look at Bitcoin, we look at Ethereum, we look at what's it called? We look at I said that we're gonna look at maybe an altcoin today. So look at least one altcoin today that could be a very, very sweet opportunity for us as well. All right, so we're gonna look at that as well. Okay. GM Boss Shifu, can you do a transfer of that your expensive chain through it without me having to hear from you today? Ola Rhymes Kennedy, that's funny. Yeah, it's funny, right? Okay, guys, moving forward. These sessions have been amazing. I've been coming live, we've been sharing amazing predictions with us, we've been trading together, and but I want to hear from you guys. Do you think I should continue doing this live on a daily basis, or we should just call it a day here? Would you be interested in Shifu coming up, even if it's 30 minutes in a day or an hour a day? Share the screen, share the chart, explain what I think, and we move on from there, like that. Would you guys love something like that? Because I'm doing this to help you guys. I don't want to know if it's something you would appreciate, and we could make it happen. So I would know if I'm not just thinking of something. Exactly, 100%. Barry greetings. Yep. Awesome. My family is fine, so we celebrate you, GM. Rabbi, greetings. Okay, Pinnacle says continue, sir. MC says yes, daily basis. Awesome. Barry says please continue on the daily. Amazing. So we want to get started. So please, if you haven't shared the video, please share. If you're watching on X, do a repost, a retweet. If you're watching on YouTube, just share the video as well. As we about to get started. So those of you who are yet to be a part of the Bull Run group, you're yet to be a part of the Forex Trading Network. Most times when I come live, I share the screen, I share what I think. Sometimes in between the days, in between the hours, there are a lot of informations I get to drop for those in the Bull Run group and drop sometimes for those in the Forex Trading Network. So try and be a part of this. It's gonna like be a boost for yourself, an extra help for yourself. Take advantage of the Bull Run group. If you haven't, take advantage of the Forex Trading Network as well. Just position yourself and make money, right? I mean, we are doing all this, and we're seeing a lot of people making money on a daily basis. People are having result on a daily basis, and you should or you can become one of those having result, one of those making money at the same time. So I want to post your testimony next. The same way I post people's results, post their reviews, put what they think about being in the Bull Run group. I want to post yours, yes. And so let's get in on it. Take advantage of the Bull Run group. Join in, maximize this season. This is a season of making money, and we are what I call it UOS. UOS. We're in up only season. UOS, up only season. That's the season we are in. So let's get right on Bitcoin, and let's look at Bitcoin and where we are, what was shared yesterday, where we are today, and then we're going to start from there. Okay. Bitcoin, baby boy. So Bitcoin triggered our M3 yesterday, and it triggered our M3. So if you're watching on YouTube, probably you are not seeing the screen very well. What you want to do is click on the setting of the YouTube app, or the whatever if you're using your PC, your TV, or your mobile phones, click on the settings. There should be a way to click to increase the quality, so you can get the stream should come to you at the highest quality, because we're actually streaming on the highest quality right now. So we're looking at Bitcoin, and our entry was 101,800, and I said you could use 99,000 and stop loss 100k. Sorry, it was 100k yesterday, right? And I explained that you could use 100k as your stop loss, and then also have like 99 or 98k, whatever, in vogue. And then we're targeting new levels and new highs and stops and whatnot. So there's going to be a little bit of change to what we are expecting for Bitcoin today, right? There's going to be a little bit of change. So from 12 p.m. London time, right? Because we're in London. So from 12 p.m. London time, which is going to be like in an hour, 30 minutes from now, the market may start reversing and we start going down. And the market may range in a bearish way for 24 hours, meaning for the rest of the Tuesday into Wednesday, right? And from Wednesday, we can now begin new uptrends and journey into new levels and new highs and stuff. And this is also why you should make sure you are in the bull run group, because most of the things I write and post, you can literally take advantage of them. Short-term prognosis, long-term prognosis of what I'm expecting, rating. Also, sometimes I do voice notes as well for them. Tomorrow, I'm going to be having a live stream, private live stream with those in the bull run group as well. You want to be there before. You want to make sure you're part of it before then as well. Things very soon I'll be having a training with those in the Forex Trading Network. You want to be part of that too, as much as you can. So back to what I'm saying for Bitcoin from noon. So this means that in the next 30 minutes to 1 hour, you should be, in fact, just first of all, your stops should be at your entry right now. If you go in here or here, wherever you enter, you should move your stops to N3, and from 11 p.m. to 12 p.m., you should be getting out of your positions, your long positions. So this is the areas I'm looking out for, because the question is, okay, if it's going to drop, where could it possibly drop from? So this is what I'm looking at, the areas I'm looking at for a drop. Today is CPI, and CPI is crazy. So when there is CPI, you want to be very, very careful. You don't just want to jump in on trades like that. CPI can be very crazy, very, very crazy. So because it's CPI, you want to be very careful. So these are areas I looked at, that 104,400, right? 104,400, 105,300, 106,400. Price could reject from any of these areas, right? It could reject from here, could decide to wick from here and reject. It could decide to wick into here and reject from here. But to be very honest with you, right now in all my trade positions, my stops, but Ethereum, my stops is at break even. Bitcoin, my stop is at break even. So I'm looking at taking out profits in the markets. In fact, before 12 p.m. or let's say latest by 12, I should be out of most of my long positions. So it could wick up here, wick up there, and wick. The reason is because on a typical concept, right? On a typical day, to be very honest with you, Bitcoin is supposed to like come down from here, right? But we know why. I made emphasis on how this season is. We're in a season whereby Trump could just publish one funny statement and boom, you just get that week as well. And if you don't know how to set your stops well, you will be stopped out even before the market begins to go in your direction. And you do not want to have that happen, right? So you're looking at getting out of the market from here. And if it wicks here, it wicks. If it wicks here, fine as well. So, but this is where we're looking at. This is what I'm looking at as the top for today. In fact, let me put it that way. The top for today is definitely going to be here. You know why most of you guys who maybe you are trading by yourselves, those things whereby you experience, whereby you're expecting it to move up, go up, and then when it gets to a particular level, it now reverse, and then it takes all your profits because you don't know what is happening. You are not sure what is the top of that day. A lot of people who trade have the experience. In fact, they believe that Bitcoin is going to get to 120k. Yes, it's going to get there. Then why is it coming back to? Why is it? And sometimes it even goes back to heat. It's because you don't know what is the top for. Every single day has its top. Every single day has its low, right? And this is one reason why you should do your best to be in the bull run group, right? So you can always take advantage of these extra informations and extra guides, as it will help you in real time. Now, there is on the description, you will see the link to click and join and be part of to pay and the bull run group is discounted, right? You can take advantage of it and be a part of it. Now, this is the local top for Bitcoin for today. What we are looking out for. And if we get these zones and these areas, so we've got just 1 hour 30 minutes for these areas to be reached here or here or here within the next 1 hour 30 minutes. And once it gets reached, we should be getting out. Why? Because from 12 p.m. the CPI data is going to be coming out by 1:30 UK time. So let me open the Forex Factory platform, and then let's look at what Forex Factory is showing us for the day. Okay, we're looking at May 13th. So 11 a.m. there's a data coming up by 11 a.m. NFIB small business for the USD, the dollar. But the most important data for today is the core CPI, which is by 1:30 p.m. and then the Bank of England governor speaking. But the rest are not really that important as this. This is also something we do in the Forex Trading Network. If I show you a screen of the Forex Trading Network, I post fundamental missives, right? Daily fundamental missives, a summary of what I think about. I interpret the fundamental news for the week, and then interpret the fundamental news for the day. So it's not just posting. So that alone, if you're to pay for it, it's like $1,000 or $2,000 worth of subscription just for the fundamental information that is posted on the Forex Trading Network as well. So if you're in the Forex Trading Network, you get all that bonus for free as well and be a part of it when you're a part of the Forex Trading Network. So, but I posted a summary, so maybe I'm going to read out that summary today for us. Today's summary. Let me look for it, and that should help us. Okay. Let me stop the screen. That will help us interpret what we are looking out for today. Okay. I think share the screen. So I'm definitely going to share my entire screen. So permit me. You're definitely going to see everything on the screen. This is how platform looks. You can see 356 persons connected. So it's a collection of those on X and those on the YouTube as well. Let's go to, here we go. So if you look here, this is the Forex Trading Network. So this was today's fundamental missives. I said, what are the main events for today? The US CPI is the main highlight. In the European session, which is this morning, we don't really have much on the agenda other than the German ZEW survey and the Bank of England's PU speech. The ZEW index is expected to rebound on easing trade fears, and the Bank of England's PU is unlikely to say anything new because he actually just spoke last week. In the American session, which is the New York session, which begins sometime between 12 p.m., is when we are looking at the US CPI report. This is where the core year-in-year figure is expected at 2.8 versus 2.8 prior, while the month-in, month-out is seen at 0.3 versus 0.1 prior. So we are looking at inflation data. The data is actually going to become more important because the expectations around an average 10% global tariff rate, which of what Trump has been doing in the beginning of the year, is about to solidify. So the risks going forward shouldn't be growth anymore. But right now, it could likely be inflation as economic activity begins to pick up. So usually, before now, what is focused is just speeches, right? But now, that is going to be very relevant and very important with what has happened between China and Trump as well. And we're going to be looking out for that. And also, I'm going to interpret that on the dollar index of how it matters as well. But overall, by 1:30, is when we are expecting the CPI data, and that should be the core CPI, which you can see here, the projections. So, I mean, traders are expecting high inflations with stuff and whatnot. So if there's going to be high inflation, if we get a bigger dollar, what happens is that it means the dollar is going to keep on it's going to go higher, and then equivalent assets are going to drop down a bit. And two, this also means that it's going to price in, right? I think I need to do a video on how to. I recorded a video yesterday on the difference between forex and crypto. Why I'm going to send to my team is working on it. That will be made available. But I also need to do a video on how to trade the most important, the two ways how to trade news, right? Fundamentals. I explained this the other time, but not very well. I'm going to do a video just for that exclusively, and I'm going to post it on the YouTube for us. So how to literally know when a news is surprising and when isn't it, and the two most important way. If you know this, it's definitely going to help you from making silly mistakes and help you to really, really make money from the markets. Okay, so we're going back to BTC, right? So this is the local talk we're looking at for Bitcoin for today. And now my focus right now is not in trying to short here or short here, because I mean, I really risked very well in these positions. I risked a lot of money. Actually, I risked a lot of money. Really, really did. So I'm gonna, even if I close here or here or here, sorry, I'm good. I'm really good. I'm in really good profit already. So I'm gonna close my positions, and then what do I want to wait for? What do I want to see? We want to wait for a drop, right? So if it begins to drop, if I would want to sell, I want to wait for a week, right? You know, those scam weeks that just happens and it just weeks up. I would love to see something like that, and I would love to take a position from here. If not, I won't. I will just be on the sideline. But however, if you're in the bull run group, I'll communicate on that. If I'm going to enter a sell, I'll tell those of you on the bull run group that I'm entering a sell, and when I'm entering, I'll do all that for you guys, obviously. But for now, it's always symposium discussion. Now, what am I looking at? I'm looking at for price to come down low. So let me make this silent. So when we talk about low, how low do we think this could happen? I mean, we're looking at over the next 24 hours. So if I say that I'm looking over the next 24 hours, I'm looking at anywhere within this range. There is let me look at the BTC. I think there's a CME gap here. I think so. Let me check. This is 96 something, around 96K or so. Yeah, around 97K. There's a CME gap there. The CME gap here, around this area. So let me use the futures chart to try to draw something. I'm trying to spot out a pattern. Okay. So if price gets to, let's say, 105,380 and then comes into this area, this is a possibility. So honestly, I can't say for sure price is going to get that low, but if I wanted to this is it. So we're looking at 99K areas, 99K, a drop that could get to like 99K on. So looking at a drop that could actually get to 99K. It depends on where the drop starts happening. So if it starts happening from here, we're looking at 99K. If it starts happening from here, then we're looking at even 98K. So that's why I said we're looking at a low being formed within 24 hours. So starting today into tomorrow, right? To tomorrow. So today is going to give us a very sweet entry. So our projection of $107,000 Bitcoin to $112,000 Bitcoin to $120,000 Bitcoin is going to happen only after price has come into this zone. So the buy we entered yesterday, we want to close it at once it gets into the top area, and then we want to wait for the sell down, and we will get a buy entry around here. So the zone, like you can see, all these zones are like void. So you can't literally just give an entry when there's so much void here. Already we've got like two amazing entries, trade entries here. We have a trade entry here. We have a trade entry here. Let me look at something to. Yeah, we've got amazing trade entries here as well. That's awesome trade entries here. Let me turn this on. So we've got like this entry here. So this entry here. So maybe I'm going to send this chart to those, and when it start dropping, I'll share the entry. That's the best thing to do. I mean, rather than trying to figure out where it's going to get to. When it gets whenever I want to get to, we'll get an entry. Today we'll get an entry. Tomorrow we'll get another entry. So there will be two long entries for Bitcoin. One is going to appear towards this evening, right? Towards the close of the New York session, we'll get the first one, and then tomorrow, between Asia, London, we're going to get the second one, and I will be live as well to hopefully to share them. But if I'm not live, I'll definitely post the information on the Bull Run group and the Forex Trading Network. So make sure you are there so you can literally take advantage of those, right? And then what was the second one? So this means if you got in on Ripple as well, definitely it means that maybe Ripple is going to pull back. So what you want to do is you want to take out profits. If you got in on Ripple yesterday, I told us to buy long this. You can take out profits on this. So if it pulls back, you're going to still get an opportunity to still enter in the market. How low is it going to pull back to? That we are going to see after it happens. After it happens, right? So we've got, let me hide this chart coming. Let me hide this. So we've got something really amazing here. Let me check the 3 hours chart. Okay, we could get Ripple could come back down to like 2.41. Come back down here. So as if Bitcoin goes a bit higher and touch 104, definitely I won't be surprised Bitcoin Ripple could decide to say, boy oh boy, I'm going a bit higher too, and then come back down there. So we could get that comes back down into the zone to start all over again. So that aside, we've got Ethereum. Ethereum is one I'm a bit more interested in, and I'm going to tell you why. I feel like if this entry plays out on Ethereum, is going to be very sweet, like literally very, 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 very sweet. This particular one, like I marked it yesterday for Ethereum. So this is what you want to look out for. It's obviously you should have moved your stop to M3, and anywhere between 2505 to 2525 to 2535, 2545, anywhere within this area. If this picks as well, it goes down. Picks as well, it goes down. I literally do not expect Ethereum to go below what's it called? To go above 2600 this afternoon. So the question is, Shifu, what if it happens? Even if it happens, it will still come down. That's just the truth. Even if it happens and goes, it will still come down, because I mean the market will always do what it does, and it will scare people away before it takes where it should take as well. That's why I said if I am to enter itself, I'm going to give the alert that okay, I am in, I'm entering. But for now, we're just on our buys alone and seeing where we want to take profit on that. But this is what you want to look out for. I mean, here is a very key, is a sensitive zone. 2525 is a very sensitive zone, right? Where price could react from here, because this is like this is a key level. This is a very amazing key level, right? Price could decide to weaken to this key level and continue going down as well. So one wants to set your zones and get out when you should. But this is an entry I'm looking out for here. And then from here, I'm expecting it to go as high as 2777. So this is going to be like a 1 to, this is a 1 to 6.2 hour trade, 2-3 trade. But I will, because of the kind of money I'm risking, I'm going to reduce it to 1 to 6. So that means I'm increasing the stop, right? So I'm increasing the stop. So it's going to be just be 1 to 6 RR. 1 to 6 RR is okay. It's fine. It's fine. 1 to 6 RR is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. From here, let me make it a bit So this is what you're looking out for Ethereum. This is how high we're targeting for. So if it goes up, we get this. It's gonna be fantastic. So this morning we're enjoying. So we've got like we've got 1 more hour. So within the next 1 hour or so, and now this is also typical. This is like trading the news in real time. Because of what is happening in the news in real time, let's assume that in the next 1 hour, 12 o'clock start, and the market continues to just push up. What is happening is traders are trying to front run. Sorry, two things. They're trying to front run the expectations in the markets. They're trying to front run the news data. So because of that, let's say the market begins to go up ahead of time. And then when the data finally comes out by 1:30 and they see that it is actually maybe negative or whatever, so usually if the dollar is positive and dollar continues going up, which it most likely may be positive, comprises, or when we look at the data, because when you talk about inflation, what does it? The Fed literally uses about 7 things, 7 criteria to come to the figures, right? And if you're smart, you can literally calculate what is the price for housing, the price for food, for automobiles. Look at the healthcare, pharmaceuticals, and look at a couple of these things that the Feds look at, and what were the prices in the US maybe a month ago or two, and then try to get a fixed number around them, and you could come up with a probability of saying, okay, this is what could happen. And this is why you get to see forecasts. Forecasts are when banks, analysts, and futurists decide to do all this and everything, and say, okay, this could be what is about to happen ahead of time, and that something like that as well. So for that being said, and that aspect being said, them trying to pursue, most likely, let's say the dollar becomes very, very bullish and goes up high and stuff, and then that means we'll have our dearest Bitcoin coming down. When dollar goes up, right, Bitcoin comes down. When dollar comes down, Bitcoin goes up, right? So it's just going to be the pressure of the news is going to affect it, and it's just going to, right? So if you're a news trader, just be careful. Those who like trading news, I know there are people who love trading news. You just want to be careful and don't serious. There's going to be a lot of volatility, and if you like it, that is your own way, or whatever it's called. And okay, back to what we're doing. So I promised giving us something on what's it called? This is a very sweet trade I took. Very sweet trade I took. I literally love to. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. I think I'm gonna relook it until later today. So I'm gonna share more odds and stuff later today. Remember, I shared this on was it on Sunday that we're looking out for an entry. So it's been here. I feel like we're gonna get this entry within the next 3 days for this particular coin called Celia. I feel like within the next 3 days it's going to still drop. Don't ask me why, but I feel like within the next 3 days it's going to still drop, and we may most likely get this entry. But let's see how it goes. So I'm just patiently waiting. I'm not being deceived by anything. Even if it decides to move up, I think it will still come down here. It's like going to be like a power export to jump in on it. With that being said, okay. So the coin I'm looking out for us is Trump. I'm looking at a position on Trump. I marked out something in the early hours of today, which I feel like is going to be very sweet. Really, really, really sweet. So I'm looking at it when we've got to see what happens with the market today and get to see that, okay, Bitcoin starts going down and, sorry guys. So we got to see it that Bitcoin starts going down and, okay. Something like this. Coming. Where is this? Okay, this is Trump. Donald Trump is having Is he a conference or what is it called? Is he a dinner or something? But Donald Trump is doing something on the 22nd of May. 22nd of May. So please, guys, help me. How many days from now is 22nd of May? So can someone literally just use your calendar or something? What day is 22nd of May? Is it on Tuesday, on Wednesday, or Thursday? Because that's going to determine how we're going to analyze this trade now. What day in the week is the 22nd of why May, right? 22nd of May. What day in the week is 22nd of May? Okay, Thursday, fantastic. So 14 days. Are you sure? Thursday, awesome. Awesome. Yeah, just so that's like 10 days, right? 10 days from now. Thursday, awesome. Okay. So this is what could most likely happen. This means you know what you know the phrase we say, buy the rumor, sell the news. Buy the rumor, sell the news. So we could literally like play out this phrase here. So let's just assume that this guy gets affected by the if he gets affected by the drop in Bitcoin. I would love to get in at $9, right? Now this is not about just let's say leave sports. You can most of you trade sports. You want to place your bids, right? Place your bids. You're using MXC or you are using Bybit. You're using MXC or you're using Bybit. Place your bids. Place your bids on spot, right? If you want to buy this on spot, this could literally give you a quick 100% to like 200% profit within the next 10 days. So you just want to be smart about it. So $9 is where I'm like bidding, right? So but for those who trade futures as well, this is a stop loss at $7, like bidding at 9 and having a stop loss at $7 with a target of $25, right? I mean, already if it decides to move to $15, that's already 1 to 3, right? If it decides to go higher, that's like 1 to Jesus, that's 1 to 8. Holy Mary, crazy. Okay. Okay, that will really be good. So this is what we're looking out for Bitcoin, for Ethereum, and we've talked a little bit of Ripple, and then we're talking for what is it called, Trump as well. So you want us like get that saved. I will send the chart to the Bull Run group as well, and we can make money from this area. So usually, you know, if Bitcoin is going to drop, a lot of your coins and maybe your meme coins and stuff is definitely going to drop as well. Because if you look at most of the coins have pumped very well. Some of them have pumped like 100% already, some 200%. The least coin has pumped at least 100%, minimum of 100%. So the retracement is way much needed, and you want to we're going to just capitalize on it, right? And literally you don't need so many trades in a week to make a lot of money. So we've got like so many opportunities here, and let's see how it goes. So probably maybe I'm not sure, maybe later tonight I may come, later in the evening I may come live, or tomorrow, but that will be once the Bitcoin begins to create or form an entry, a buy entry for us as well. But overall, let's enjoy this morning, and but we know what to do and how to manage our trades. I've told us what I'm expecting to happen in the market from 12 p.m. 1:30 into the later part of today, and then most likely we are getting a sweet entry for Bitcoin again. That's another buy entry again, later part of today and tomorrow as well. And I just pray we also get a good entry on this Trump. I'm gonna be like very excited if we get this, or for Ethereum, any of them, Ethereum or Trump, anyone like this. I'm literally gonna be excited for that as well. So for our Forex brothers in the Lord, it's I think the market is ranging because everyone is waiting for CPI, like I stated. So there's a little bit of action, little to no action, And if you look at the let me look at the dollar, right? um this was a prediction I gave, right? This prediction I gave during the so the start of the year. We've been bearish for the dollar, and actually dollar actually got into let me turn off this stuff. From here, this was like our initial zone, right? Ever since it sell down to here, and the dollar is in a very pivotal zone whereby it could make new highs, because fundamentally, so this is pure fundamentals, right? Because if we're to say technically, it should just continue scaling right now, but based on fundamentals, we could still get one more push up before you see a sell. So, but the thing about the dollar here is, one thing I'm a bit concerned of is, if you look here, there is a gap here. So what if it decides to come here, fills the gap, and start moving up? So anyone that could play that, it's up to it. But the data for the dollar is going to be very, very clear after the CPI. But one thing that I've seen when it comes to trading the dollar index over the years, and I've seen it time and time again, is that even at the moment where you feel like, okay, this is the zone where it should come from, it always stretches up a bit. So I am very positive and affirmative that the dollar should stretch up a bit more before we start thinking of going, because I mean the data is already pointing towards that direction as well. So we could most likely see that stretch up a bit. And if we're seeing that stretch up a bit, that means we could see something like this for the USD, the Euro USD. So like, I mean, they're like, let me do this so it doesn't. There's like a very sweet trade entry here for the USD, Euro USD, the one above. This trade here above, if the dollar decides to fill its gap, we could get the Euro USD move up and give you an entry here, and you can get like a very sweet trade, like 1 to 6 RR. Like this one here, I held this one for a long time, and I entered here again. This was like a crazy RR kind of trade. You could literally get this 1 to, I'm coming, this is not showing as I want. Okay, you could literally get that, yeah. But if not, if you look at the data, so this is it. Someone said we go down during CPI. What you just need to know is what is the data going to be here. So if the data comes out positive for the dollar, gold is going to drop. If it comes out positive for the dollar, Euro USD is going to drop. That's just what you need to know. It's not about a person telling you this is what is going to happen. What you want to see is what is the data. The data is going to come out, right? The data that comes out will determine it, right? If the data comes out if the CPI data comes out positive for the dollar and the dollar has strength, gold is going to drop. If it comes out positive for the dollar, the Euro USD is going to drop as well. So the focus is, what is the data going to do? What is the data going to say? So once the data comes out, you know what to do, and then you can cash in on that as well. Because this is if you see here, this is a zone I'm looking out for. I marked this long time ago, really long time ago, on the Euro USD. I think that was I think this was with some of my mentees. I was, and this was, I don't know, was this last year? Coming, let me look at a bit. Let me look at this chart a bit. It was also still this year, funny enough. So so here we go. This is what I'm trying to make big or bold for us to see. What kind of suffering is this? This PC should behave itself. I don't know. Do. Someone is saying they can't see anything. Is it just them? Is it just him? Can you guys see my screen? Is it just the person, or you guys can see? The voice of Dominion TV says I can't see anything. Is it just them? Can you guys see my screen? Okay, 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 okay. So if you see here, that's why I said you could literally just what you should do most times on your YouTube. The YouTube there's this round sign. I think at the let me see if I could already get that on your YouTube app when you're watching the video, the live stream. On the top right hand of your YouTube, there's the settings button. You click on it, and then you see quality. And then when you click on quality, you're going to see advanced or higher picture quality. So once you see that, you click on higher picture quality. So your screen automatically increases to the resolution I am streaming at, and you'll be able to see the figures very, very clearly, as you should. That should help on that area. So coming. So this is a bullish week of schematic and accumulation pattern which I marked out for Euro USD earlier this year. So this was we've got the Utah. This is the phase 3, or phase 4. I think this is phase 4. And then so after phase 4, we get this. Phase 3, we get this for phase 4. This phase 4, and then this is phase 5. Phase 5 is the entry that takes you to new highs. And then after that has happened, usually in week of schematics, you now get the journey comes down again back into this area. So this is the zone here. We're looking out for entry here. But when it gets in there, I'm going to look out for confirmations, and then most likely from this area is where the Euro USD will now start making new journey for new highs, like long, another swing, massive swing trade. I swing traded this from here to here, from here to here, and here. So but this is purely week of. Basically, most of you know I trade with week of patterns, week of schematics as well. Most people don't use week of schematic because it's very difficult for a lot of them. Very difficult. If you make one mistake, it's going to deal with you. Just one single mistake of the calculations, you're messed up as well. Even most of you who trade who ICT, we don't know that most of the concepts the Michael and Co developed from ICT, he learned a lot of them from Richard Wyckoff. A lot of them came out of Richard Wyckoff. He's studying which and trying to interpret it and make it simple for the common man, which is what led to the ICT stuff. And Richard Wyckoff is one of the people he studied from. Obviously, Richard Wyckoff is lit, right? It's one of the founding fathers of price action stuff. But based on this, usually Wyckoff schematics, you're expecting this to pull down here. This is the zone where I'm looking at to get a buy for new levels and whatnot. So this is it. So the dollar is pushing, and what happens to this as well? So if the news is in favor, then this could be very sweet. This could be very valid for gold and for the real USD and whatnot as well. However, so that's for people and stuff. So wherever the charts that are needed, I'm gonna post the forex chart on the forex trading network, and I'll post the crypto chart on the crypto trading. So just be sure of the parameters of what I've said, what we're looking out for, the timeline we're looking out for, and then trade accordingly, and you'll be happy for all the profits you're making and cashing out at the end of the day as well. And then tomorrow we make money again. So today we make money buying from yesterday into today, buying. We close our trades, and maybe even if you want to short, you just want to be very careful. Watch out the news as well before you take short positions. And if you're in the bull run group, I would definitely give a go ahead. So do all you can. Join the bull run group now if you haven't. Plug in, pay in, take advantage, get in on the bull run group and stuff, so you can be on that move as well. The same goes for the Forex trading network. I'm going to give a go ahead if I'm in any of these positions as well, based on the data we're looking out for by 1:30, and we trade based on that data, and we could now have what we call an amazing day, right? Okay, this is what has happened today. We're good for today, and then we're now looking forward towards tomorrow, right? So today is going to give us profits of yesterday's trade we entered. That's number one. Two, it could give us opportunity for another trade to make profit today, right? Then number three, it's also going to give us entry for the profit of tomorrow and next tomorrow, right? So Tuesday is a very important day as well, with all I've explained. Bye for now, everyone. And the video is always left here on the YouTube and also on X. You can always go back to it and rewatch it and catch up as well. So see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to be going live tomorrow as well. I'm not sure of the time yet, but whenever I get, even if you're not actively joining in during when I'm live, you can always watch the replay and catch up whatever I've said or not said, and then make your decisions, trade decisions accordingly. Bye for now. I wish you all the best, and I wish you guys mega profits in this season that we are in.